All you were born in the 20th century. It's not so long ago. The 20th century was historically speaking, periodization of history is always a very tricky matter, and I don't really claim that the following periodization is something that should be taken too seriously. But bigadol, in general, the 20th century can be understood as a century in which the Western world experimented with collectivism. There was collectivism of the left and collectivism of the right. That's a complicated way of saying Nazism and communism, both of which turned out to be dismal failures. But the Western world did experiment with Nazism, with fascism, and communism, both of which, although they might be at opposite ends of the left-right spectrum, both of which have the tzad hashaveh, the common element of collectivism, the idea who no one ever phrased it better than that American president. What was that American president who phrased it perfectly? Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. The citizen exists for the service of the state. That's the underlying idea of collectivism, which is held in common between fascism and the kind of, both systems turned out to be dismal failures. The competing idea, the idea of individualism, where it's the individual which is important, not the collective. Individualism has gained a lot of traction in recent years since the ideological collapse of communism and fascism. Now, the unfortunate truth, for better or worse, is that almost all of our rabbinic leaders are the last surviving disciples of the Bolsheviks. Almost all of our great rabbis grew up imbibing, drinking in the ideology of collectivism, and therefore it's the collective. As the fascists or the communists would say, it's the state which must have control over the individual lives of its citizens. In the rabbinic point of view, of course, what we're talking about is the Rabbanut.